Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing his word in sincerity and truth worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. Now I wanted to get into this video here, Decadent Lifestyle. Okay, this is going into a video that Apostle Elder Gabar had put up. You accept a bribe and start to change the doctrine. Okay, and he had asked to put up the meaning of decadent lifestyle, which we're going to get into just now. But then I noticed also too, as I was about to do the video, I noticed Apostle Elder Tahar had already done a video too as well. Be mindful of sellouts and agents. And I looked and it said 4, 4, and 4. And back here, 44 likes, But anyways, just, something small. But yeah, it speaks of, such people, as Genesis, Sakari, right? All these other camps, mainly too IUIC, So this is the meaning, right? Decadent lifestyle. A decadent lifestyle is one of extreme self-indulgence, luxury, and extravagance, often with an underlying sense of moral decay and decline. Okay, moral decay and decline. These guys threw the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai out and start to say that JC stuff, right? And even this guy went as far, Nate, to say you could call the Lord whatever you want. Yo plate yogurt. Everything is on wax, man. Okay, everything is on wax. So that's moral decay and decline. Okay, they just kept taking away from what they had learned to suit the people's ears. Okay, and live this decadent lifestyle. It involves a focus on sensual pleasures. Okay, sensual pleasures. What does the scriptures tell you about that? Okay, he who is spiritual will please the Lord. Those who are in that carnal. Let me get that scripture real quick here. Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. Okay, that sensual pleasure. Okay, living that luxurious lifestyle. But they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. And that's why we ask, Matthew chapter 4 and 4. Okay, our daily bread. Okay, which I have another video coming up on that. All right, but these guys require more. What do they want? They want what the heathens have. They look out and see what the heathens have and say, it's all right. Ain't nothing but a chicken wing. I could live that same. We could have that. But they don't understand that somebody who's humble, broken, and contrite, they're not asking for worldly things. They're asking for spiritual things. All right. For to be carnally minded is death. Okay. But to be spiritually minded is peace and life, because that carnality leads you on to death, man. Leads you on to sin, leads you onto the world. Okay. But this, being spiritually minded, leads you on to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Refining yourself, refining your mind, changing your mind, renewing your mind, walking in that lowly state. Okay. Pleasing Yahweh Shemel Shai. That will lead on to life and peace. Okay. So these guys are after the flesh, man. It involves a focus on sensual pleasures and material excess. Okay, jets. What was that guy? He made a song off a Kodiak song. But GMS hate me because I bought a Benz. No, your doctrine is off. Nobody cares that you're driving a fucking Benz. Okay, and who cares about those dusty ass cars, anyways, man? Really, the real Mercedes, man. I had a real Mercedes, a S420, okay? Threw that away when I came into the truth, all right? That was a big, heavy body car, made out of steel, real strong, not this carbon fiber bullshit, okay? Handcrafted engine type shit. So nobody cares about your stupid play cards that you guys got now in North America, thinking that there's real value to them. There ain't no value to these things, man. And simple fact is, it's all vanity. All right. Continuing, such as a lavish spending on hotels, clothing. Right. You see them with their purple garments and whatnot. You see them making these garments, selling these things. The name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai on it. You want to sell t-shirts? Fine. With logos on it, cups, whatever. But not of the truth. Make some other shit up, Have a good day. Keep your smiles up. Something. But don't mix this truth with this world, man. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Crazy. Such as lavish spending on hotels, clothing, and gourmet food, and is frequently associated with a decline in social, moral, and artistic standards, man. Yeah, they declined from pushing the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They came in, they learned the name, and then they start to decline. They start to pull back, okay, and bring something else in. So let me get this real quick. Matthew chapter 19 and verse 20. The young man saith unto him, all these things I have kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? Yahushua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, complete, right? Go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Right? And this is the things that are holding these people back. They're looking at the heathens. Right now, the heathens have their time. Okay? We're going to get our time. We're going to get the streets paved with gold, man. We're going to have everything. Right? So we're making that sacrifice, making our bodies a living sacrifice right now onto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, looking for that salvation, knowing the promises. Because look, you know the promises. They know the promises. They read the scriptures. They heard it. As Hebrews chapter 11 speaks about Moses, he wouldn't sell out for, let me get it actually, for that little season, for pleasure, right? That's the same mindset we're coming in. We're not going to sell out, for this trash, for this vanity. Are you crazy? Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. So we're coming in the same mindset. Okay? We don't care about this vanity, these worldly things. Alright? What we care about is Yahweh Shem Yahushai and serving him. Okay? And gathering up ourselves onto Yahweh Shem Yahushai's ways. We don't care about the ways of this world. The ways of this world will sink you. All right? Yeah, let me get this real quick. John chapter 13. Yeah, let me get it. John chapter 2 and 13. And the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves, and the changers of money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables, and said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house an house of merchandise. And that's what these guys are doing, man. Selling everything that's not even nailed down. Okay? Hebrew Israelite shirts. You always see them with this donation thing, like this is a Snapchat at whatever the fuck those things are called, right? Always out there begging for the money of the people, making merchandise off of this word, off of this ministry here. Okay, which is no good. These are the same niggas coming right back that we just read about right here. Okay, same niggas coming back doing the same shit over again. That's why we're not amazed. We're coming in the same mindset as Yahweh Shai. It says that he is not wondered at anything because he made it. So we're coming in the same mindset. Tells us that in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, 16. But we have the mind of Yahweh Shai and Mashiach. Okay? So we can see right through these guys. These guys are carnals all day. Okay? And like I said, reading this right here just reminds me of all these camps that are making merchandise, not pushing 100% truth. These are the same niggas coming back doing the same shit all over again. Okay? So it's not surprising. You know, you don't gotta get wooed and wowed. It's not surprising, man. Oh, Salakia. Sirach chapter 20 and verse 29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. Wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up. What profit is in both? What profit is in them both? Better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom. Damn. Okay? Better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom. Okay? So, all you other camps out there that hide, when you came and found out what the MOTB is, when you came and found out that we're Israelites, you know, when you came to find out that, you know, because you know GMS is pushing 100% truth, and the affiliates, sincere affiliates of GMS, you know they're pushing 100% truth, but you rejected it, right? So here it is now, you know, years later, they all got their camps established. They're all out there doing, you know, making merchandise of this ministry, right? So you're hiding the truth. You're hoarding it up. Just like it says, wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up. What profit is in them both? Okay? So what you're doing is hiding the truth. You're not displaying the 100% truth. You guys, you know, the guys that took, especially the guys that took the 501c3, they know that MOTB is what it is, man. And you've been paid off to say the name JC. Oh, the MOTB is something, you know, these are heresies. So the MOTB is something spiritual. Oh, the Gentiles can make it, right? All this crazy crap. So a man that hideth his folly is better than all of y'all. Okay? So presents and gifts, that's what the elites have given you. You know, take this check, take this money, take this car, house, whatever it may be. Blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. Because at one point, you know, Nate knew the name. You know, it's on wax. You know, he was pushing the truth, and then guess what? Them gifts and presents stopped up his mouth. Changed the whole doctrine around, man. You know? Yep. He was destroyed. His mind was destroyed. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Okay, going back into those you know, decadent lifestyles. Okay, tells you luxury, you know, involves focus on sensual pleasures and material excess. This guy, if I'm not mistaken, this guy has a jet, okay, or something like that in that regards. Excessive material excess. The internet does the heavy lifting. You don't need all that. You know, whatever mansion, or maybe, I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna be presumptuous, but you know, these guys are not living, you know, a true lifestyle of a prophet. Okay. A man that's pushing 100% truth. You know, they want this material excess. We don't want no material excess. Just give us our daily bread, man. Enough to get by, you know, that we don't get lifted up. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, see, you gotta be, this thing is very, yep, charge them. 1 Timothy 6 and 17. There's another one too. But charge them that are rich in this world that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches. And that fiat money, that's uncertain riches, man. Okay? But in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy, man. These guys are about their money. Okay? Excessive material, living luxurious. Okay? Hotels, banquets, bottle girls. Alright? Let's get this real quick. This is all on wax. This isn't nothing that we're making up and nah, man, I don't believe you guys. You can go check it out. Okay? Micah chapter 3 and 11. The heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and say, is not Yahweh among us? None evil can come upon us. You wait when it's already, your whole shit is already cracking down and breaking down. The Lord's already breaking that down. It tells you in Timothy that as James and Jambres withstood Moses, right? So these men also resist the truth, but their folly shall proceed no further. All their folly is going to be made known before men, right? And they shall proceed no further like them. So let's go into 3. No, it's actually Malachi. Yeah, that's the spirit anyways. Malachi chapter 3 and verse 14. He has said, it is vain to serve Yahweh, and what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before Yahweh of hosts? And now we call the proud happy. Yea, they that work wickedness are set up. Yea, they that tempt God, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, are even delivered. So this is the mindset that they're in. Okay? What profit is that we keep his ordinance and walk mournfully, man? Look at the proud. You know, they're happy. They're set up. Okay? So this is the mindset. This is why we tell you guys, examine what you're hearing, man. Read for yourself. Don't believe us. Go read. Okay? Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth. Open up for your own self, man. Okay? With the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Philippians chapter 3 and verse 14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh in Hamashiach Yahushai. Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. Complete, okay? And if in anything ye be otherwise minded, Yahweh shall reveal this. Salakia, Yahweh shall reveal even this unto you. Nevertheless, whereto we have already obtained, let us walk by the same rule. Let us mind the same things. Yes, we preached 100. I beseech you, brethren, that you all speak the same thing. And yeah, if you be otherwise minded, the prophets are right there to reveal these things back onto you. So you don't slip and fall off, man. Okay, brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example. For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now telling you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Hamashiach, whose end is destruction, whose God, their power, right, is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. Okay, remember Romans chapter 8. Okay, you got to be spiritually minded. You can't be carnal. And these guys are minding carnal things. Okay, whose end is destruction, and their God is their belly, their mind. Okay, and they want these earthly things. That's why the scriptures talk about, let me get the scripture. You receive your consolation, your prize, man. We're running after Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We're not running after things that are vain, vanity. Okay, these things aren't going to last. How much times we got to read in the scriptures that riches certainly make themselves wings and fly to heaven, right? What you have here, you can't take with you. Okay, all your material things. That's why the scriptures say that we're storing up our riches in heaven, where men and rust and thieves don't break through. Luke chapter 6 and verse 24. But woe, destruction, unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Right? Because what? You wanted what? That decadent lifestyle. Okay? Extreme self-indulgence, luxury, extravagance. Okay? Focusing on sensual pleasures and material excess. Okay? With your gourmet foods, lavish spending, jets, hotels, clothing, right? And therefore they fall away from preaching 100% truth. When that roots up in you, you know, when you take that bag, that's it. You start throwing out the name, you start throwing out the doctrine, right? All of a sudden, things that weren't spoken of before become, the populace, right? So hey, man, they like that decadent lifestyle. Let them have it, because woe unto you who are rich, right? Woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation, your prize, man. Okay, and we're looking for Yahweh Shemel Shai to give us our reward. All right. So, with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rokah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word in sincerity and truth worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified, Lord willing, to the next time. Abad Babon. Shalom, Akim. Shalom.